Hamilton punished after best ever seen win. Hamilton punished after best ever seen win. Mates telling reply about Schumacher health. Mates telling reply about Schumacher health. Heartbreak as Ricciardo doesn't finish. Heartbreak as Ricciardo doesn't finish. The available footage doesn't look good for Max Verstappen, but F1 commentators believe the key missing angle may totally expose him. Lewis Hamilton produced one of the greatest drives in recent memory to win the Brazil Grand Prix on Monday morning, but all the talk immediately shifted to the friction between championship rivals Red Bull and Mercedes, and specifically the moment of high drama where it nearly turned explosive. Hamilton started from 10th on the grid, but looked unstoppable with his new internal combustion engine. Even Verstappen was carved up with relative ease by the roaring Mercedes car. Stream every practice, qualifier and race of the 2021 FIA Formula One World Championship live and on demand on KO. New to KO, start your free trial greater than. Hamilton had to overcome a mountain of adversity which included a combined penalty of 25 grid placings across the weekend and a $9,000 fine after the race for removing a safety restraint as he reached to grab a Brazilian flag from a fan after the checkered flag was waved. He is now 14 points behind Verstappen, but the margin could easily have been even further reduced if action had been taken against Verstappen for a wheel-to-wheel racing incident on lap 48. Mercedes boss Toto Wolff said after the race it was laughable that Verstappen avoided any penalty for the moment the Red Bull star appeared to run Hamilton off the track. Formula One commentators on Sky Sports unanimously agreed action should have been taken against Verstappen after the 24-year-old drove Hamilton, and himself, off the track as he took a shallow line into turn 4 after Hamilton had passed him entering the corner and controlled the racing line. Verstappen didn't give an inch. Sky Sports technical analyst Anthony Davidson said after the race available camera angles of the incident appear to show Verstappen failing to attempt to steer his car towards the apex of the turn, a clear suggestion Verstappen deliberately forced Hamilton off the track. He said footage from Verstappen's onboard camera would be crucial in confirming if Verstappen had acted untoward in order to gain the advantage of keeping his position as race leader. The FIA had ruled the near collision was a racing incident that needed no further investigation, prompting scorn from Lewis Hamilton over the team radio. Hamilton had earlier called the incident crazy when first told of the incident was being looked at by stewards. It took him 11 more laps before he got the move to stick on lap 59. Davidson said footage of Verstappen's dash could easily have resulted in the FIA taking action against Verstappen. You always need in these situations other camera angles. The FIA have more camera angles than we do, but they're missing this critical onboard shot, he said. I think if they had that onboard shot it's a very different story today. He said broadcast cameras appeared to show Verstappen not making enough effort to make the turn. Usually what you'd be looking for is a telltale sign like a lock-up on the inside front tire, he said. A sign that the driver is right at the adhesion of grip, and the steering angle being forced into the car. And the other thing you're looking for is the driver on the apex, is the driver doing everything to make the corner. I can't see that much steering angle going into the car. For me, it's very well done by Max, cramping him off the road. But I'm not seeing enough effort being put into the car to try and make the corner. Wolff also said he would like to see the onboard footage from Verstappen's Red Bull. By the time Sky Sports broadcast concluded hours after the race, the footage had still not been downloaded from the car. Former F1 driver Paul Di Resta said on Sky Sports after the race he at least expected Verstappen to be ordered to give the position back to Hamilton. Former driver Johnny Herbert also said he anticipated a 5-second penalty being handed down. It's why Wolff was so unhappy after the race, describing Verstappen's move as over the line. It was really wrong defense from Max, absolutely an inch over the limit, but he needed to do that to defend, he said. Lewis just managed it even more brilliantly by avoiding the contact and end the race that way. But that was just over the line. It should have been a 5-second penalty at least. Probably Max knew that. Just brushing it under the carpet, it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's just laughable. A 5-second penalty would have seen Verstappen finish third behind Mercedes driver Valtteri Bottas, who was 3 seconds behind the Dutch driver as they crossed the line. That would have cut Verstappen's lead to just 11 championship points with 3 races remaining. Hamilton was also suspicious after the race, suggesting the decision not to take action against Verstappen was preordained. When they said they were going to investigate, I just knew the decision they were going to come to, whether it was right or wrong, said Hamilton to Sky Sports. I didn't let it faze me, I just kept racing. It was just one of the many moments of drama throughout the weekend, which began with Hamilton taking a grid penalty for introducing a new engine. After his car's rear wing was found to have violated technical rules by 0.2 mm, Hamilton started Sunday's sprint race from last, and also started Monday's Grand Prix from 10th as a result of his earlier grid penalty. Nothing could take the shine off Hamilton's face. What a race. The team did a great job, Valtteri did a great job. With the penalties, it's the hardest race weekend I've had, said Hamilton. He said his father had reminded him of a race in Bahrain during his days in F3, when I started last and finished first. I never thought we would close the gap like we did today, just never give up and never stop fighting. It feels like a first as I haven't had a win for a long time. Near perfect as Hamilton was, he was still fined $5,000 for undoing his safety belt on his victory lap in breach of the rules to accept a Brazilian flag from a track marshal. Qatar makes its F1 debut as host of next Sunday's latest fix of the sport's refreshingly exciting circuit drama, followed by Saudi Arabia and the season-closing Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in mid-December.